everybody, thank you all so much for checking out this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the stock market and some weird things that have been happening in this up and down market that we've been in all of 2021, as well as covering the news that happened this week and upcoming news for next week that could possibly move markets. Alright, so very first thing that we want to hurry and talk about here is that this market is really indecisive this week. I'm shooting this video on Thursday. Now, tomorrow could be a totally different story, but as of Thursday, what we've seen so far occur this week is beginning of the week we started to actually see the stock market kind of bottom out on some of the small cap growth stocks and start to kind of rally through the Rust 2K and kind of have a little bit of a run for a second. Now all of a sudden here comes Thursday though, and now those same stocks have kind of flopped directions. We've seen the 10-year treasury start to go down on yield again. The VIX shot up a little bit throughout intraday. It was down from the day before, but we still saw some VIX movement. And on top of that, we're seeing people rotate back into value stocks. So it's almost like the market is changing its mind and trying to sell off small cap growth again and maybe let the value stocks and maybe some of the mid cap stocks that have better potential growth than the rest kind of rally for a little bit. Anyway, it's just some observations that I've been making. We're going to see what Friday brings tomorrow. It's going to be really interesting to see which way this trend continues, to see if we have a green day tomorrow in the broader market or if we're going to have a red day in the broader market. Right now, I'm kind of unsure what could happen, so I'm just all ears. Alright, so this week we had two pieces of news coming out. We had the initial jobless claims and PMI data coming out on Friday. So unfortunately, I will not be around, so I will not get to cover PMI this week. So watch that yourself tomorrow. But this week, I am able to tell you that the initial jobless claims came in high. Wall Street's estimate was 350,000 initial jobless claims, so that's new people going onto unemployment, and what we actually saw was 419,000. So that's a pretty big beat on the initial jobless claim. So it's definitely something I'm going to be watching again next week for the initial jobless claims to see if maybe it comes in hot again. And the jobless claims, I think, also have a little bit to do with what this small cap growth stock sell-off is happening here on Thursday. It might be a bit of a market reaction to those jobless claims. Okay, so next week there's only two pieces of big news that I'm really going to be looking for, and that is going to be Wednesday. We have Fed Powell coming out and he's going to be doing a press conference. Now, of course, anytime the Fed speaks with this high inflation environment that we are in right now, we are definitely all ears as it tends to move markets. And then on top of that, on Thursday, we have initial jobless claims coming out again. And of course, just like this week, we want to watch that for that same kind of information to see if it keeps on coming out hot. As you can see, it does move markets somewhat when these numbers come out hot. So definitely wind up keeping your eyes on the initial jobless claims. Alright guys, so that's a really brief summary of all the news that has happened so far this week. Don't forget to watch the PMI data tomorrow as it is really important. And on top of that, the other thing that's super important is that you go down below and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you next week for more news and market catalysts.